third graders. Today we are back in the garden for our second lesson, which concentrates on water. So today we're going to think about where can water be found on our earth? Why is water so important? Thinking back to photosynthesis from yesterday, and how can we help when so little of our water is usable? Let's check out Toby back in the garden.
Hello, my third grade friends. My name's Toby from Kaleidoscope, and I'm here to share our second of 4 gardening workshops with you today. During our first workshop, we planted dozens of lettuce plants, and it was a bright, sunny day. And I remember thinking about how important that sunlight is to giving me the energy that I need to survive. And I asked you to think about that. Plants play a really important role in getting that energy from the sunlight into people because they can do this process called photosynthesis, where they take that energy from the sunlight, some water and some air, the carbon dioxide from the air, and they can make sugar with that. And the sugars they use to make all of their parts. And then we come along and harvest them and eat them. And that's how we get our energy. And so there's something else that's really important to our survival and plants that need it too. It's called water. And I wonder how often you think about water. You probably think about water when you're thirsty, or maybe when you're cooking, or maybe when you take a shower or a bath and clean. And so I think about water at those times too, but I also think a lot about water because the plants that grow in our gardens need water. And most of the time, they can get it from the rain, right? Sometimes, though, you need to have a backup plan in case there's no rain in the forecast. So I'm standing next to a sprinkler that we have on a timer that can help water the plants growing in the garden. And we also have a hose that we can use and we can water the plants growing in the garden. So I guess I would like you to think about the water cycle. Water is a pretty neat thing. It can be a solid, as ice. It can be a liquid when it's water, and it can be a gas as well, as a vapor. And then water moves around the environment and has sometimes it is in the form of clouds. Other times it's actually raining or snowing. Other times you can find it in like a body of water, like a lake or a pond or the oceans. Um, and sometimes it's in the soil, or it's actually in the plants or in us. And so, what I'd like you to do during this session is one of two things. Immediately after a good rainstorm, like go outside in your yard and observe where you see the water. Does it puddle up? Does it go rushing by through like a planting bed or down your driveway? Look for that evidence of the water having been delivered by that rainstorm. Or otherwise, I'd like you to go outside in the morning, in the early morning, and walk through the grass. And then go out into your yard in the afternoon and walk through that same grass. And tell me if you notice if it was exactly the same or if it was a little bit different. Those two examples will remind you of how important water is to our survival and to our environment, to the plants that grow in the environment, and the relationships between us, those plants, and the sunlight, water, and air around us. Thank you.
So, Toby talks a lot about the importance of water. We need water to survive. So do the plants, and so do other animals. You'll notice he was sitting right next to a irrigation pump. He mentioned that when it doesn't rain, he still has ways of watering his garden. Did you know that less than 1% of all of the water on Earth can be used by humans? So we really have very little water to use. So we need to use it carefully. Toby, in our gardens, is using that to water the vegetables that we will then eat to get energy from. I want to go back to that 1%. The rest is salt water, like we find in our oceans, or is in frozen, like our glaciers, and they can't be used to water plants or to drink or to bathe. So we need to be very thoughtful about how we use that 1% of usable water. Today, I'm going to read you the book Save Water Every Day to give you some tips on how to conserve water in your own life. The Earth's water. The Earth has a lot of water. Most of it is in the oceans. We can't drink this water because it has salt in it. We use water from the ground, lakes, and rivers. The water cycle. Water moves around the earth. Rain falls from clouds. It falls into lakes, rivers, and oceans. The sun evaporates the water. Then it rises back into the sky. Clouds form again. Keep water clean. We need clean water. Trash in rivers and lakes makes water dirty. Keep water clean. Pick up trash near rivers and lakes. An adult can help you. Use every drop. There are more and more people on Earth. We need to share Earth's water. We can all make every drop count. Help save water at home and outside. Let's do it. Only turn water on halfway. Don't turn it on full blast. You will use less water. Save water at home. We can save water in many ways. Every bit helps. Start in the bathroom. Turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Only use the water you need. Let's do it. Take a short shower. Short showers use less water than baths. Keep it less than 5 minutes. Save water in the kitchen. Save ice cubes when you are done with a drink. Don't throw them in the sink. Use them to water a plant. Let's do it. Only run the dishwasher when it is full. You won't have to run it so many times. This will save water. Save water outside. Is your bike dirty? Don't wash it with a hose. Hoses use lots of water. Try a new way. Use a sponge and pail. You will use much less water. How to save rainwater. Collect the rainwater that runs off your roof. Put out rain barrels. They will fill up with water. Use it to water your plants. Save water at school. Ask if you can set up rain barrels at school. Tell your friends to set up rain barrels too. We can all save water. What are your other ways to help save water? So let's get started today. Turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Take shorter showers. Only run the dishwasher when it is full. Use old water from the dog dish or fish tank to water plants. Collect rainwater to water plants. So that was a lot of great activities and ways for you to help our Earth. You want to get some more tips? Head on over to the link on your teacher's blogs called Tip Tank to play a concentration or memory game. And each time you get a match, you'll get a tip on how to conserve water. Today, what you're going to do is you're going to go on over to BrainPop, just like we did yesterday, but you're going to watch a video called Water Supply. This is an amazing video that has lots of information about the ways that humans are using water and how we can better use our water to save it for the future. You're also going to go to Seesaw to think about all that you have learned from this video, the Tip Tank game, and the BrainPop quiz and video, and synthesize that information into 3 categories. What ways can we conserve water in our own homes? How can we conserve water in our schools? And how can we preserve our lakes and rivers to keep them clean? So use the text tool to answer in each of these categories. And I know there's not much room, but you have so much knowledge. So feel free to use the microphone to answer in more detail. So good luck, third graders, today. You're going to complete the Tip Tank game, the BrainPop video and quiz, and the Seesaw assignment, all about water conservation today. Good luck.